melee core's Enigma's very good.
Yeah.
In the laning stage, it's pretty annoying playing against this Enigma who just keeps denying your range creep, so it's definitely a very good place to fit it into your draft.
You know what SG needs? A nice, easy silencer. Cut off the Wombo. Cut off literally everything. Everything that they have is a channeled spell right now. That's all their damage. That's it.
I mean, that's a decent point with the channeling thing, but the Thunderbirds does have a very, like, get your item timing and run at you and just take all the buildings. Like, Lone Druid gets Radiance. If Enigma wants to go for, like, the mecha type thing, Witch Doctor gets, like, the Solar Crest, whatever, and then they just go. They have heavy team fight, and they have sustain for pushing.
So what do you suggest to break up that team fight? Maybe Elder Titan, Sleepy Time?
So they need a mid.
They need a mid on it, SG.
Oh, yeah, mid Elder Titan. I've seen it.
Mid silencer, I mean, there is there.
It could work. I think like Alina gets some more AoE for the wave clear, like some burst damage too to go with the Jewel. Like right now, the Jewel has very little damage to throw into it.
I don't know though. SG needs time. They have a Lifestealer and a Legion. Those two have need a little bit to get off the ground, don't they? I mean, it looks like Thunderbird's going to be coming online.
Look at that. They banned silencer.
Smart boys. Smart boys.
Minds, they like.
I like Puck or Storm even for SG. There's not a, I mean, there's a good amount of lockdown on Thunderbirds, but it gives them a maneuverability thing for the life.
Would you not like Puck a little bit for Thunderbirds for Weehar in the middle lane? Or do you think Weehar may even go for something like the Wind Ranger? We know he likes the core Wind Ranger.
I love the Puck Lone Druid combo. You know, you get them in the coil and you Savage Roar them, and it breaks the coil. But they go for TA, having more physical
I kind of like that because I was
God.
wondering as well if SG themselves wanted to get TA with the Quat ban, with the Phoenix ban, having another vessel for the lifestealer. I think SG themselves could have wanted that. So I like that Thunderbirds have done that.
I love the Puck. Give me a silence, please. Their silence is so good on this team.
Oh.
It just blinks into black holes, though.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, just any kind of utility to kind of stop this Wombo run over you style. Anything, please.
I mean, which other heroes are left that could do that?
They're going in.
I'm not sure about that, but...
Okay, SG.
Another melee hero.
Magic damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hero got some nerfs though. Like the magic damage isn't what it used to be.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We are going to be the ones to place our bets, or rather to predict what we think is going to happen. Before I said SG words, you know, it's going to do it, but I'm not convinced with the draft. I'm not going to lie.
Hell yeah. I mean, Thunderbird just has an easy job. They just have to get all the items that they need. They don't have a lot of pressure coming out from SGE, and they just have to run at them. That's easy. Right, Gods?
And you look at SG Esports, they're picking heroes that got nerfed. CM.
No, I didn't say SG.
No, sorry, you can't change. You can't change.
You're committed.
This is NA.
They're drafting.
We keep our promises on NA.
Maybe change their mind. I think everybody is going with the Thunderbirds.
No. Why don't you keep Shiver on SG? I mean, we can't have the caster's curse.
It's happening.
What is that double Shiver?
All right.
Nice.
I have two. That's good.
Hey, just because I sound like Shiver doesn't mean I am Shiver, guys. Come on.
So you have your own box. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
At least now it doesn't look one-sided, you know?
Yeah, that's great. Shiver pity points. Well done.
Pity points. We're going to find out, though, if we are indeed correct in our predictions or if SG can show us all wrong. Over to our commentators, Odie Pixel and Bonk.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the casting desk. I'm Odie Pixel. I'm here with Fogg, and we're ready to take you through the first game of the NA division here at DreamLeague today. We've got SG Esports up against Thunderbirds. We've just had the drafts. And, well, Fogg, what are we thinking? What are you thinking? What are you liking? What are you not liking? What are we going to see?
I'm really liking Thunderbirds.
You're liking Thunderbirds?
Yeah, I think that they have good push lineup. They have good late game potential as well.
Yep.
I think that SG wanted, they grabbed up this Ember Spirit to have that early game type of tempo, and with the Earth Spirit, they want to have that type of ganking mechanism onto Thunderbirds' mid, because like we were mentioning as well, Lifestealer, Legion Commander, they take a little bit of time to get online, so they want to have that type of early game.
Well, we had a quick pause, but I think it's unpause. So as much as you want to see our beautiful faces, we should be able to get back in.
I mean, I know. My Steven Seagal face is excellent right now,
the glasses
it's
and
great.
Oh, what would you call this? A do-rag? Well,
I don't know what you want to call it, but whatever.
NA hat.
NA, yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with
look
that.
at this. Look, he's got the
new Enigma.
The new Enigma, the Slaughter.
I actually thought he was Slaughter for a second. I was so confused.
It doesn't look, I mean, okay, the
side angle.
The scales are very Slaughter-esque.
Yeah.
It's Slaughter without a tail. It's Slaughter that's been like caught in a fisherman's net and had to be cut out. It's half a Slardar. It's a Slar. It's a Dar.
Everyone's rocking their aquatic sets though. Look at this. We've got the
What have we got? Who
we
else
got
has
the
got it?
Pirate Witch Doctor as well.
Oh, we got the. I like the Pirate Witch Doctor. I do like that one.
Sanking has a set too, right? But he's not using it.
He does.
Sanking,
doesn't he?
I think, does too.
I think, yeah, he's definitely got a new one.
I
But,
do
yeah,
think so, right?
boring
I
SK.
can check really quickly.
No Legion Arcana. What is this?
Let's see.
Everyone else looking pretty basic. Doctor and turning up for the fight. In fact, they've found a bit of action here. Straight in with the Burrow Strike and the Paralyzing Cast. This may just be your first blood. King Art will try and
he's
roll
dead.
away.
Oh! He actually survives.
Makes it there. 7 HP. The boy's out of there.
That was very close. He must have gotten low base damage on the Witch Doctor, because Witch Doctor is one of the more high right-click damage heroes. Earth Spirit lives with 4 HP. So it was very close.
No. See though, and bounty runes secured by Thunderbirds. They do grab themselves 3 of the 4 to begin with. King RD realizing, brings out his trombone.
Back to base. He's like, oh man, that's not what he wants to be doing right at the
Where's he
start.
going to head anyway? Where's the best place for this Spirit to be early on, Jifka?
Playing around mid and bottom. When he sees opportunities from Adriano getting levels on the Ember Spirit mid, he can make moves onto Weehaw, because that's one of those matchups. It goes both ways, the Ember and the TA. But with an Earth Spirit rolling in, you have very high kill potential. And yeah, he's going mid right away.
We'll see.
Level 2 Ember.
Yeah, just got to be careful. Here's the first roll in. We'll manage to find the connection there.
Yeah, just some pressure.
Just keeping Weehaw back. He's only down to that second pool tango and a fair fight. Okay, he's just got a salve sent out to him now. So feeling a little safer in this middle lane, but certainly does have to be careful with the constant pressure at the Earth Spirit. Side lanes, what have we got? Legion dealing up against this tri-lane. It's a bit of a tricky tri-lane, isn't it, for the Legion? He's got to be a little careful. I say that. That's going to be a TP out to the mid lane, because action has kicked off. Weehaw baiting Adriano incredibly deep under the tower to try and turn it around. Isn't going to happen. And so they don't quite have the punch to do it, but a lot of action kicking off in this mid lane with Sand King feeling the necessity to TP over to help out.
Yeah, they forced the reaction from the Sand King, and that frees up Tavo's lane top, and he can actually get a good amount up here. He's only level 1 right now, but he's making it so Resolution has to play a little bit weirder. He has to like play in between the creeps and the lane to try to zone.
Actually going for a bit of a go on him there.
Quite a lot of damage still coming out from Witch Doctor and Lone Druid with the bear, as well with an Orb of Venom. Boone should do just fine in this off lane. He's getting his levels. He's going to be getting for that Soul Ring into Arcane Boots, into Midas build, it looks like.
What is this with his name? Moon S.
Moon S, is it now?
Why have we got an S?
Moons.
He wants to be called Moons?
Maybe.
I mean, Moon's just... That's a plural. He's only one man.
I like his name. I like Moon Meander.
Yeah, Moon Meander's nice.
It's a good one.
Moon's Meanders.
Weehaw mid could be in some trouble here. Waiting for level 2 on King RD.
There it is. He's got it now. Now he's going to head down to the bottom. Looks like he's keeping tabs on the movement that's being made by Misery. As Misery is going to find EM here.
Oh, he's baiting him.
Yeah, they could try and turn this around potentially. We'll go with the immediate Burrow Strike, but there's a Frostbite. And in fact, they've got the lockdown, but in fact, it's up on the top lane that Tavo gets taken down. So the two of them will end up finding the kill, but not before Thunderbirds secure themselves the first blood. For the Lone Druid as well, Resolution going to be very happy that Saxa was able to help him pick that one up.
Yeah, it looks like the Maledict was enough to bring him over the edge. Just enough damage during it. Weehaw putting a lot of pressure onto Adriano mid, but at the same time as that, they still have the Earth Spirit playing around him, and if you look at the last hit board,
I was going to say, Adriano's having a great time. Yeah, 20 for 10 against the 6 for 5. That is ridiculous.
That is very high up, yeah. He's got a little bit of the CM aura and the Earth Spirit starting mid, and so he's able to keep that pressure, but now he's doing very well for himself.
And I guess this matchup as well, you've got a bit of extra range on the TA, and you can play around the side blades, but with the Ember with the Flame Guard, I mean, is it expected that this Ember has this much of a lead, or should the TA be a little more even?
I think because the Earth Spirit was playing around mid, it makes a lot of sense,
That's made the big difference, yeah. Top lane again with the Maledict, and then the further harassment.
I think Tavo's dead.
It is, with this wraparound from Misery, coming in with the Burrow Strike, surprise Sand King, Resolution gets himself a second kill. So already 2 kills for the safe lane Lone Druid. Thunderbirds certainly securing some very nice action there for the carry.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they're like, okay, we can't help Weehaw like too crazy right now because of how good the start of the Ember Spirit is in the mid lane. So
this Ember's dangerous.
as long as they can shut down the other 2 lanes a little bit, just like match rotations, and get Resolution a bunch of kills, that's very good. Just a trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess in terms of lockdown, that they do have the burrow and such. I mean, I'm just trying to imagine, you know, if this Ember Spirit continues to go as he is, Adriano, if he gets out of control in the mid game, do they have ways to deal with them? They do have some catch, at least, but still, it's never really going to be, I'd imagine, how they would have hoped the first 5 minutes to go with Weehaw having such a tough time in this middle lane. I just feel like they wouldn't have wanted to sack it this much, surely.
Not this much, yeah, definitely not. I don't think they expected the rotations to come out. And Adriano also, the Ember Spirit, he's been doing a good job of keeping the lane like on his hill. Like if you look right now, he's literally just keeping it right there. So Weehaw can't walk up and do anything because he's at risk.
Absolutely.
He doesn't know exactly where this Earth Spirit is. He has to be very careful. Moon, bottom. Probably going to get brought down here.
It's going to be gone upon, and this could be the price he pays. You know, we saw Moon playing pretty safe, sticking to the jungle. Gets to the point where he's got the levels, he says, all right, I can enter the lane. A quick shutdown from SG, and again, you know, King RD, as we saw in the mid lane, making sure that Weehaw's game was not going great. Now moving down to the bottom, looking to put up a bit of an end to the start that Moon had because of the jungling.
Yeah, he's making great rotations, benefiting from the CM aura a bit. Tavo just goes and resorts to jungle rather than risking himself in the top lane. But they have eyes on him. They're putting a lot of wards around that top jungle area.
I mean, I guess in terms of the supports as well from Thunderbirds in reaction, in terms of getting rotations, it's a lot harder. We've seen Misery come across now and then for Burrow Strike, but still, with the low levels on the Sand King, it's very hard to really set up a full kill. It just doesn't seem enough, and especially in comparison to the power that King RD can have on the map on this Earth Spirit. The side of Thunderbirds don't really have anything to match that.
Yeah, that's the thing with like why they picked the Ember Spirit. They're like, we can be pretty aggressive on this, and if you look at Thunderbirds' heroes early, like these guys don't get aggressive early on. They need their time, they need their levels, they need their farm to really be able to put pressure on the map. Weehaw can just farm jungle. Misery in some trouble here.
He might get taken down then, indeed he will. Adriano doesn't mess around, drops the remnants, gets the kill. Weehaw stepping forward, but again, it's a little bit of a bait in return. Really nicely done there by King RD and C4T as they turn around with the Frostbite.
The side
blade actually gets the kill on Adriano, and in fact now it is going to be the turnaround. Thunderbirds pick up a double as the cast comes in. Nice TP just in time from Saxa to set up for the second kill. But yeah, some great angling there from Weehaw, getting that side blade connection through. Straight through onto the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, Ember's probably not too happy about that one. He had his Quelling Blade instead of his Magic Wand in his inventory, so he actually had no mana to cast any of his spells there during that. So I think they actually would have been able to pick up Weehaw if he did have a couple stick charges from it, but...
And maybe a little over because he did commit I believe the triple remnants for the kill on the SK as well, and I think he could have done it with the two, so...
Still a sick, that was a really sick side blade kill coming up from Weehaw.
Nonetheless, straight back to lane. And of course, as we've been saying on the bottom and the middle, things have certainly been looking, well, up until that double kill, pretty good for SG. The top lane is definitely the biggest worry at the moment for SG Sports because Resolution is having such a great opening on this lone druid. 4.2k net worth. We've seen the 2 kills he's got involved in. He's able to start putting pressure onto the tower whenever he wants to. Has that Midas rocking and rolling. Yeah, this is great for the lone druid. I mean, they certainly do have ways, SG, to jump straight to the druid himself. With the Ember Spirit, the Earth Spirit, the Legion, bringing in a lifesteal. They have ways to deal with the lone druid, but Resolution's certainly getting the kit together to make sure that Thunderbirds have this strong mid-game push, because that's really where we're going to see the strength of Thunderbirds. Not necessarily in the laning stage, in the rotations, but when they get together, start to push down a lane, are SG going to be able to put a stop to it?
Yeah, the Lone Druid is the concept of their draft.
Yeah.
Like they picked it first 2, and they picked like 3 or 4 of the 3 heroes around it, just having that timing push. Templar Assassin suffers a bit from it, but he can just go back and farm stacks, which he is doing, farming a triple ancient stack right now for Weehaw.
Very nice. I mean, that's going to get close to pretty much recovering what was a very sizable lead that Adriano had in the mid lane. That double kill, these Ancients, we're going to be pretty much back on even ground between the Ember and the TA.
Yep. And he's going to be very high level as well. He's already like level 9, almost a full level ahead of Adriano on the Ember. Top lane. Pablo looking to be some trouble. Level 2 Maledict. The secondary cast hits him as well.
Yeah,
third cast hits him as well.
I've got to say, that cast play from Saxa was beautiful. The initial bounce off a creep, and then the follow-through, some will call it luck, I'll call it skill. Saxa with a Witch Doctor plays, getting a well-deserved applause there.
He got 3 bounces, there's 5 creeps there.
That was Saxa. 9k, no, he's 9k, isn't Saxa?
Is he? I think he's like 8 something.
Is it 8 something?
Yeah, he's high, I think he's mid 8.
He's very high.
Yeah.
some top tier setups there for the Witch Doctor.
Looks like they're going to be making their first smoke rotation coming out from Thunderbirds. Misery and Saxa meet up.
Thank you.
So not, yeah, Saxa as well with that. He's doing very well on the
Bottom lane in Fest Bomb.
Go, jump in straight away and with the silence. No chance for Moon to react with it, even a spell. So again, they're getting punished. They will catch out the CM. C4T comes in for a very deep warning mission and will be taken out.
She's so slow. 320 movement speed.
She's gone.
320 with boots. That's so sad. Poor Crystal Maiden.
What's the highest speed a hero has with a base movement speed?
Isn't it 340, right?
It is
Enchantress?
340, I think. Yeah, you're right. Enchantress.
Enchantress and
Sounds
Skyrath
right.
have like 340, 335. Pugna as well, I think, has 335. So that, yeah,
That's
CM is
crazy.
slower than Hero with boots.
Poor old CM.
Well
She really
deserved.
need that nerf. She probably did. To
Well
be fair. I mean,
deserved.
I'm surprised. Would you have said the movement speed was necessarily the thing to target? I don't know.
Her roaming potential,
I
at
feel-
least in Manila,
yeah,
was ridiculous.
I guess, but the 5 movement speed.
Little
I
things,
feel like
dude.
we're still going to see CM a hell of a lot, though. aren't
Yeah.
we?
I mean,
CM is still such a good concept. Isn't
her
it?
big benefit is, of course, the Arcane Aura. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, even Frostbite is always like incredibly good damage. Level 1, it's a 150 damage nuke that holds someone in second for a second and a half. Like, it's just a very strong hero.
Oh, mid
with her
lane.
spells.
We are giving a bit to Adriano, forcing him to Remnant back. King RD and D here in the middle lane.
Double damage.
Another smoke. DD as well on the Ember Spirit.
Yeah,
looking
this-
to catch out the TA while doing Ancients. They even have a ward on top of Weehaw.
Yeah, if they get the chains, he's got the shrine around, and TP reactions could come through.
Oh, he's definitely dead here.
Yeah, he's too far away. There's no way any help can get in. Surely they get the silence after refraction. There's the boulder smash. They've got the surrounding. They've dusted it up as well, just to make sure there's no chance of hiding. Get themselves the kill. TP, well, moving across from Misery did come. Not in time to be able to do anything against that 3-man. Does end up being very successful, but still, as it goes on, Resolution still yet to really be looked upon by SG. Only Tarvo that's hung around on this top lane. No backup at all is headed up to this top half of the map. They're really just letting this Lone Druid get all the star that he wants, and he's pretty much 3k towards the Relic here. So he's en route to get a very fast Radiance timing this game, Resolution.
And look at that. 340 Enchantress, 335 Coddle, Pugna Luna, and 330 Skyrath.
Hey, there we go. Thanks for the stats, boys.
I was off by 5. I thought Skyrath had 335. Oops. My mistake.
To be fair, was it changed in the recent one? No.
It got
It might have
up.
been
It was
changed
325 and it got plus 5.
Oh, okay, got
I
plus
thought it got
5.
plus a little more than that, but it was actually a talent that got changed recently. So whatever. Either way, the thing is that, yeah, like you said, Thunderbirds,
Yeah.
they are losing like their TA a bit, but Weehaws doesn't really care too much about this. He just keeps going back,
It really
farming
doesn't,
Ancients,
yeah.
and it's Resolution's the problem. He's gonna have a
It
relic
is. This
any minute
spare
now.
is going to be massive. It really is. But as I said, they do have ways to jump across to the lane. They can kill him. But at the same time, if in doing so, they will put themselves in a bit of an awkward position. Moon on the Enigma will finally get his Midas online.
Yep.
13 minutes in. So did have a bit of a tough time a couple of times out in lane, but as we've pretty much seen, Thunderbirds at the moment, the way of playing is, at least for Moon and Weehaw, you kill us, we'll just back off jungle, Ancients, just get ourselves in a much safer position, not show ourselves in lane, and suddenly it's a lot harder for the two supports of SG to get these movements done accurately. They are going to go again for another smoke.
They've got vision on the TA at all time zone. The Veil now is finished up on Adriano as the Ember Spirit. He's also level 10, so he gets the 8% spell amp, and he's going to go right
He's
in a
gonna
week.
get it as well, yeah, straight in. Weehaw will put the meld, but they've got the sentry out and down. He'll try and punch back with a meld strike, but they surround him, burst him down with the triple remnants, and as they... Trying to do this, actually doesn't get the initial bounce. He's going to drop the Death Ward though. In fact, Misery coming in with a Burrow Strike, but at the same time CM turns up with the Freezing Field. Massive amounts of damage done there as they pick up the double kill. The turnaround comes through. They will get the root onto the Ember Spirit. Can they keep Adriano alive? They can. The roll forward, the smash from King RD comes in, holds the bear back, saves the Ember Spirit. Thunderbirds, they've lost 3, maybe even more. Tarvo going in deep with the duel, surrounded by the side of SG Esports as they pick up a 4th. And my goodness, I mean, as I said, you know, maybe Thunderbirds feeling that they are a little safer in their jungle. They certainly are not. SG with some fantastic rotations, very deep movements, but they're perfectly calculated as Thunderbirds just kind of you turn up in a very broken form. You know, we see Saxtra and Misery come in, but then they've got no stun, no control to hold back the CM.
The Maledict.
Absolutely ham.
The Maledict was just off the mark. It actually didn't catch the Ember Spirit. So Emberwood ends up living because of that. They kill the bear. Resolution resummons the bear. And during this whole time, you look at the minimap, Moonmeander is just farming while he has a TP as well. So you would expect actually like more rotations coming out. But SG, they bring the Lifestealer. They just completely outnumber Thunderbirds in that. And Thunderbirds can't react. Now mid lane, Weehaw dies as well.
Oh my goodness.
And now Soxa gonna die too.
This is just really nice play from SG Sports. They're just looking forward to seeing these guys, and they are turning up already. Well, these first 15 minutes. Did Resolution get it? He didn't get his relic, did he? Before he died.
And he lost his secondary bear, so he's got 60 seconds without a bear. He's got just brown boots on this lone druid, and this is just gonna be SG dictating the whole pace of it. They even have Blink Dagger now on Legion Commander. He's in position. I don't think that Thunderbirds knows this is gonna happen bottom lane, but they are coming.
It's, the SG are going to want to try and react to this. There's the jumping Tavo, a little off with the initial duel, and it is going to cost him a bit there. The Malefice from Moon holds him back. Bit of a botched initiation from the Legion, but they'll still try and follow through SG. Again, just bringing in mass numbers. They've got 4 of them here. They'll just surround Moon, and they're going to get a second duel damage. No messing around as well for C4T. Drops the freezing field on a mega kill streak now on the CM. And it really just has been SG making a lot of places on the map that normally are safe, just not safe at all for Thunderbirds. The warding in the jungle, the push on the tier 1 bottom, which a lot of the time is very hard for the Radiant side to defend, but they're able to do it.
HFN, did you see what he was just doing there? He was literally just running around circles in the tower. That is such an HFN thing to do. I thought he was going to drop his items for a second as well, but...
I mean, look at HFN.
He's got full deso.
We've not really been seeing him do much apart from hitting the creeps, but it's paying off until now. He's got rage. He should be fine, actually. He can walk this off. He should be okay. The rage will not outlast the Maledict. He did take a fair bit of physical, but he's up there. He's into King RD. He's going to survive. And HFN, he's got the completed deso.
And that's a blink. Armor. This is a blink on Earth Spirit already, too. It's only 16 minutes in. This is massive problems actually for Thunderbirds.
This is Thunderbirds playing into hard mode now. SG has had this incredible start. Thunderbirds, can they turn it around? I mean, the relic is that the courier going out, I believe, to pick the relic up for Resolution. Yeah, and so he's got the relic done.
Deso as well coming out for TA in a moment too.
Okay.
But yeah, SG just putting those aggressive wards down in the enemy jungle, outnumbering Thunderbirds at all times, and just bringing much nicer rotations. Those 2 smoke rotations netted them so much, and it looks like Thunderbirds are they're okay. They're just like, all right, we're just gonna keep farming. We can't really make aggressive plays with TA until TA has Blink Dagger.
Yeah, they
Enigma.
need time, Thunderbirds.
Yeah, all these heroes are very like stationary. Enigma, Lone Druid, TA. TA needs some time. TA needs the Blink Deso to make moves. Lone Druid needs Radiance, so they just have to sit back now. And I feel like they could have done a better job of defending their jungle. They could have been sitting the supports there a bit harder.
Their jungle, it just turned into SG Sports, John. They had a second one there. It was all theirs.
Top lane, trying to go for Rezo.
Go jump in, magnetize. Savage Roar does force them to back up, and TPs do come through. So SG won't be able to bully Resolution as much as they would have liked. And so Thunderbirds are there to back him up. Yeah, I do like Moon's decision though. You know, he obviously after the Midas, where's he going to go? He is going to go straight for the blink. I feel like they do need that because they just need Moon to turn up and catch them out with some sort of big counterplay with the black hole. It's not about necessarily keeping themselves alive. It's just about turning around and having the lockdown to deal with these spirits, these life stealers running, you know, free reign around the map, around the jungle, wherever they want to go in these fights. They need to counteract the plays from SG.
They need to have some team fight because Misery, they know Misery's nowhere near a Blink Dagger.
Moon,
man, Moon.
He goes forward to Midas the Crease. He'll go immediately here for the Black Hole, but the Flame Guard is taking him down. Adriano jumps in, finishes him off with the Remnants. We are going to see Thunderbirds try and do something in reaction. As Adriano got another big, but look at this again, the CM just manning up. Does take a mail strike to the face. The freezing field, not too impressive this time. Adriano, where's his Remnant? No, he's used them all there. He's out of a Remnant for 10 seconds. They'll chase him down with the cast. This time it's Thunderbirds looking to get the very secure team up, but there's backup. SG jump in, the mail strike actually ends up finishing off the kill. It's a triple for Weehaw. Melts up, they don't have detection, and now they're going for more. He's already found 3. They'll get the slow and the root onto the Lifestealer, jumping forward. Thunderbirds pick up a 4th, and a very, very big continuation of kill after kill there for Thunderbirds, as they just massively shut down SG's attempt to do anything on that bottom lane. Weehaw getting a lot from that as well. And as we expected, as soon as he has the Blink and Deso, this TA, he's still absolutely good to go. He's been keeping himself, You know, at a very similar pace to SG Sports. Even though he was bullied massively, Weeha, he's not let it get to him. He's managed to keep it up.
Yeah, they brought heavy rotations. I feel like actually King RD made a bit of a mistake there. He just like blinked in and died. He actually didn't get any of his spells off, so the Lifestealer just got left alone. They weren't actually to get any backup, but it was good rotations coming in from Thunderbirds in response this time. Now they have a couple items, they're actually able to do this, finally.
Yeah, and I just saw as well, so he actually picked up that blink from the side shop after the first 2 kills.
Yep.
And had it obviously to get himself in position for the last. Now, yeah, the game's starting to get a little more interesting for Thunderbirds.
They've got their items now.
They do.
They've got the Radiance, they've got the Blink, as you mentioned. Desolator, TA with Blink, too. And even Ghost Scepter finishes up on Saxa, so he's got that survivability to help him versus the Legion and Lifestealer a bit.
Still overall slight lead for SG Sports, but yeah, that last fight really bringing the game back around for Thunderbirds.
What is this Lifestealer going for?
Yeah, I was
he has
like,
a quarterstaff, and then he's got a Blade of Alacrity.
I was going to question it because I was going to be like, maybe there was a patch change. There's not a new item that's quarterstaff Alacrity, is there?
No, definitely not.
There's definitely not.
I thought maybe maybe he's going for Echo Saber, and then he's like, wait a minute, I need a defusal, but
maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe he saw the Ghost Scepter, and yeah. He was like, I've just got to get the defusal done.
I don't know. I thought maybe it was a Mask of Madness coming out or something because I saw the quarterstaff, but...
I mean, the defusal is what very good at removing some of the lone druid buffs as well.
Yeah, it removes the rabbit.
Yeah, that can be nice as well.
We'll see what he wants to go for. I think it was more than likely we'll go with the Echo Saber that he wanted to get, and then maybe just deciding differently.
A little scared about this, going for the Roshan full on as SG do bring it down to half, but Thunderbirds are in the neighborhood.
They got the bear locked down. They've got a medallion as well now, and that bear is going to die very quickly.
He's got the resummon, but may be a little extra careful with that now, Thunderbirds.
I'd like to see actually this Lifestealer go for Halberd as well. They're already getting one on the Legion Commander, but I think more Halberds is amazing this game. Like Lone Druid and Templar Assassin really suffer versus that item. And they're going on the bear again.
They might just kill it again here. I mean, they're going to get close. He does have to be careful, this Lifestealer. My goodness, because he looks like a Venomancer with that, because...
Oh, the Lifestealer one, the golden one?
Like the arms that come up on his back. Yeah. That's some funky stuff. Gianno very close to his own blink. Actually finds out the Sand King here. Misery's gone. No escape there. The Veil and the Remnant person. Very sweet. What, he knew he had the finishing damage and he Remnants immediately back to mid. That was smoothly done there by Gianno.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
And now they go back into the rush with Sand King dead. Misery doesn't have the blink, didn't have the blink dagger either way, but yeah, they should be able to clean this rush up nicely.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Thunderbirds are going to be able to contest it or indeed have the planning of heading over there at all. What have we got here? So most picked hero for the man in 7.056. Picked it for the night time.
He's been
3 to 5. I guess they don't really have many games to really go from, so it's hard to really pull too much from those sort of stats.
It's also only in 7.05, so it's very
not
recent.
A lot of games,
But he's been doing super well. His freezing fields have been on point. His skill build is interesting, you know, going for the max Frostbite versus the Sand King Templar Assassin to burn the Refraction and also to reveal Sand King and not let him do anything when he's rooted up. Yeah,
for sure. I think you just got to look at the fact that what this is, you know, King RD had a great time on the Earth Spirit, and yet the CM he's still just got as much money as him. So that goes to show how well playing.
So it looks like he's building a Orchid on the Lifestealer instead. So that was what the quarterstaff was. So I guess the Blade of Alacrity was just messing with us.
The Blade of Alacrity it was just there. It's gone now. Okay. Finishing off the Orchid.
C4T's items on the courier are very bizarre. They've been there for a while. He's had an urn recipe in his backpack, and then he has a Basilius and another Ring of Protection, and I think he may have mispurchased here. I think he tried to buy old urn.
7.06C urn shadow buildup, and we changed it again.
I think he was trying to buy it, and then he accidentally finished a Basilius, it looks like, and he bought a Sage's Mask by accident. Because he doesn't have a raindrop either to finish it, so whatever. He made a mistake, I think.
He's just collecting items.
That's okay.
Wait, is that sound the courier? That's taking up a lot of space.
It's just been sitting there for the last like 7 minutes.
We have top lane.
Actually, he's going for the bear?
They've gone the bear again. Yeah, they've got the boulder smash here, and with Adriana closing in, can they finish it off? They're dropping a lot of stuff on it.
Adriano, I think he tried to slight chain, but he just chained instead of using the slide as well. little bit ping factor. We'll give him that.
For sure, we'll give him that. I mean, yeah, overall, you know, ignoring that play, it's certainly not seeming to be holding back Adriano's play. You know, he's been playing very well. Some incredibly well-timed plays in the hemisphere. Bottom lane, bit of a go here. You know, Saxon trying to man up with the Death Ward. It's going to be the reaction from Adriano, and he'll make sure that Saxon gets punished for that play.
They get the Aegis, though.
Go straight into the black hole here, and that will secure them the kill on the Lifestealer. We are going to see CM come forward, but this time Thunderbirds ready to jump in for a second, making sure they punish down SG. Adriano will get out with the loss. No, he had a few remnants left, but he already had one out. Get away.
Good smoke rotation from Thunderbirds. They're trying to like kind of bait Saksa in a way. He actually does successfully bait them, and they find the lifesteal on the side, commit the black hole. They've got the blink finished up on the Sand King before there as well, so it was just like perfect timing, and it's going to lead them into a push.
Very close there as well. Nice trap drop there from Weeha, instantly getting vision onto Tavo. Tavo just then step quicker with the blink out. But yeah, it's these pushes that are going to be scary. It's, I mean, you know, SG as well. You know, they got the Aegis, and then the Lifestealer gets caught in the jungle. I mean, are you a little surprised that SG didn't try and do much more in terms of taking towers objectives with the Aegis rather than sit back and farm?
I think they're afraid of like the black hole factor.
Yeah.
You know, it's always something that can instill fear. They don't really have the best tower hitters. It's like they're very melee oriented as well. So it's like walking into Enigma. They probably assume that Sand King had Blink Dagger too. It's very scary for them to kind of just walk in and try to keep that pressure going.
Yeah.
They even committed the Magnetized top, and Thunderbirds definitely saw that.
Yeah,
and they were like,
right.
okay, well, that's a big ulti expended. It's time for us to make a move.
And certainly that Magnetize is going to be meaning even less now that Weeha has finished off a BKB as well.
Yeah, he's very farmed for having those few deaths.
It's really just testament to how well he can recover from such a bad time in lane at the start. Give him his Ancients, give him some space, and Weeha, bam, he's straight back up there, turns up to the right, fights at the right time.
They get the smoke, or they get the scan on the side on the smoke. Thunderbirds actually knows that someone's wrapping around on the side here for them. Looks like they're gonna find Weeha here.
The BKB and Refraction starts to run, does need some backup. The rest of the team are around, but he'll get dueled up. They've got the control. Do they actually have the damage? No, the cars and the Maledict and the Death Ward comes through, but immediate cancel there with the chains from Adriano. Stop the Death Ward. They'll pick up a second. Thunderbirds in trouble now, surrounded as they'll lose a third.
That was a very nice way they took that fight. They forced the engagement onto the Templar Assassin in the front, and Moon actually was trying to get a position like to kind of come from the side, but Adriano wraps around onto Resolution and Moon and actually puts both of them at like 10% HP with the triple remnant because he just hit level 18, so he has that like surge of bonus magic damage from it. They both had to just TP out of the fight instantly, and that's where they sandwiched the rest of both Misery and Weeha.
Yeah, so could have been a little different maybe if Moon did have the black hole available, but as we saw, still on cooldown for about 20 seconds or so. But he's kitted out, you know, with the blink and the BKB. That black hole is such a massive threat.
There's no way to cancel it.
I mean, I guess if you get the perfect angle, you can still duel him out of it, but that is...
It's very unlikely.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I don't think I've ever seen a duel successfully cancel a black hole. As well, most of the time you have to blink over it, and that's normally quite a range, and mess up the blink distance, you end up blinking straight into the hole. Well, a little awkward for the Legion commander. Yep. Certainly see.
Moon's doubling back for a mech. So.
I was going back for the mech now.
Okay. So having that extra sustain for the push, I mean, it can always be good.
Yeah, I guess essentially just wanting the groups as well to remove some of the silences. You've got an Orchid coming out in the Lifestealer. You've got the pull from the Earth Spirit to worry about. So yep.
Breaking high ground is still significantly difficult versus Ember Spirit and Legion Commander. So having just having that more sustain and like it's definitely fine.
I mean, and that's something as well, but breaking high ground, it's hard because of the heroes that SG have, but at the same time, if Thunderbirds are able to kill one of those heroes, Thunderbird's push is pretty insane.
Yes.
You know, just having that lone druid on the team, absolutely being able to destroy towers, especially as being as farmed as he is Resolution. 15,000 net worth. What's he doing? How did he get the AC finish? Yeah, he's got the AC finished. He's ready to go. I mean, even to the point where I'd say they get one kill, Thunderbird's going to be ready to try and look to close this game off.
Yeah, he can siege super like with the small buffs, but the buffs did happen. You know, the bear base attack time is lower now, so it's like I believe it's like an 8% buff or a 7% buff. Okay. I'm not sure exactly the number on it, but it's pretty significant.
Sizable.
Yeah,
it's noticeable.
Especially with the recent changes of his talents. You know, he gets the 50 damage on the bear, and then he can also get the armor when he wants, or the magic resistance if he wants.
What do you think you get this game for the bear?
I still get the armor.
Yeah, because I guess as we've seen, really the big threat is when the Lifestealer decides to try and close in on the bear.
Yeah, we'll see which one he wants to, but I think
Yeah.
you mostly get the armor. I mean, 50% spare magic resist is no joke, but...
Because they've got a lot of sort of not huge amounts of magic bursts per se. I mean, at
Just
the
the
same time,
Ember.
if it's going on the bear, like then Thunderbirds are happy because then Weehar's not being locked down by the frostbite and such as well. Top lane, here we go, making it attempt onto Adriano, jumps out again with these Ember Spirit plays and nearly bringing Misery out on the way out, but the Voodoo Restoration enough to keep the Sanking alive.
Stick saved Misery, the stick and the Voodoo heal. Yeah, I was very close to bringing him down.
But again, we are seeing, of course, again, one of the problems that we did mention at Thunderbirds, you know, with this Ember Spirit, how are they going to control him? I mean, Burrow Strike and cast theirs, we saw not enough. Maybe if they get a good Sprout, then they're good to go. Obviously, the Black Hole is going to be the big one. They will be looking for in the team fights to hold Adriano in place. Up to Moon to get in position. But as long as he's got Remnants available, this Ember's going to still continue to feel pretty safe out on the map.
Yeah, super hard to kill. I mean, especially once he has Lincoln Sphere, it's pretty much
Oh, yeah.
impossible to kill him unless they commit a Black Hole.
So yeah, 18-13, it does still feel like it is a game where SG has such a brilliant time in the lane, but Thunderbirds, their farm has just been that little bit better.
Oh, HFN.
Oh.
Forged into a DD Templar Assassin.
You've got to get yourself out of there, son. And he will do. Weeha a little oversteps the Blink Dagger, hoping for HFN to come into the lane, but goes for the different route, so
Yeah, the difference
gets
is that
himself out.
ESG has a strong laning team and strong like mid-game team, but their end game, they're like closing the game out for them is still very, very difficult. While Thunderbirds
For
actually
sure.
has an option to be able to do that. They get like a good fight, they get a Black Hole, Lone Druid and Templar Assassin siege very hard. Lifestealer, Ember Spirit, Legion Commander, they don't really push buildings nearly as well as Thunderbirds' lineup do, so closing the game out is a much more difficult game plan for them.
Top lane, we're going to see a bit of an attempt from Adriano, getting some pressure onto this tier 3 as he shoves the lane right in. Will do his best to try and force a reaction. Actually does end up doing so. Thunderbirds will back up after taking down the tier 2, though, of course, in the middle lane.
Yep. I think the next big thing is the Roshan. The Aegis
Yes,
and the Cheese
Aegis
for that
and
second
Cheese,
Rosh.
yeah.
And that's going to be probably Thunderbirds going for that one. And
Yeah, and they can take it down very quickly. I mean, to be fair, both sides do have to mention to take it down quickly with the items that HFN has.
it looks like Rezo, he not only finished up the Vlads, but he's got a Mask of Madness in his quick buy for the
Okay.
Spirit Bear. So he can push buildings down incredibly fast with that.
Yeah, not bad. And did he hit the next talent yet?
He's
What are we
very
seeing?
close to hitting level 20.
Okay. Yeah, he's so
So I think that we'll see him grab the armor, but
for sure.
we'll
And
see.
I guess that's nice offsetting that the Mask of Madness does to you.
Yep.
So yeah, that's going to be a very scary bear. No doubt about that.
Yeah, Thunderbirds is also able to, like, they get able to claim like so much map control because of their type of lineup, but also the Templar Assassin traps just have such a big difference. Like the Bear pushing out lanes and traps just keeping eyes on any of SG's movements. I think SG actually needs to grab up a gem to be able to just control the map a bit better into the future state of the game. But yep, Thunderbirds, they get the Aegis. Cheese is on the ground as well.
Who's going to grab the cheese to get that on the bear? Or?
Probably Rezo, yeah.
Yeah, except for
Might as well.
himself. But for sure, it is getting worrying for SG because you did have that start, and now Thunderbirds are just leading the way. They have superior map control. They have all the potential to push down those lanes and go.
So yeah, he takes the Bear armor, as we kind of expected. Grabs the Mask of Madness as well.
And there's that gem pickup as well, as you were
So he
hoping
did
to
grab
see.
the gem.
He's got the
okay.
gem now.
I think that's
Yeah, on his
really
way.
necessary. I think it's just they're spending a good amount of money on Sentry Wards, but they're
Yeah.
just getting a lot of their movements read by Thunderbirds' trap placement.
Yeah, CM picks up the gem. Let's King RD hold it on the Earth Spirit.
Should help a bit. And he already gets a Sentry Ward reward. It's something though.
And with this passive time as well, we are seeing HFN continue to at least keep on par with the TA, but of course certainly going to struggle to get back up to the value of the Lone Druid. Does have the completed Bloodthorn. So a lot of damage indeed if he is able to at least you know, just get a lock onto his target.
Yeah, now it's Thunderbirds just sticking together as a unit. They are they've hit their peak point of their draft of their strength of the draft. They've got everything they pretty much need now to just deathball through these towers, and it's very hard for SG Esports to really team fight into. I mean, of course, into a BKB black hole.
Yeah.
Not really anything they can do to suppress that. They've just got to get their split push action going with the Ember Spirit, with the Lifestealer as best as possible, and then try to wait till Thunderbirds just goes for high ground and hope that they can take a better team fight.
What are we seeing as Ember's next items?
I think he was going for the Lincolns. Yeah, so he's got the Shiva's finish and he's still playing it for the Lincoln Sphere. But man, those towers drop so quickly.
This is going to be very hard for them to hold up here. One slip up from SG Sports could cost them a lane of racks. They will jump in on the bear and they do have good damage to it. Bring it down to about a quarter of its life here. They'll actually send the bear back up. Resolution being relentless with the force that he's making sure this bear can do, and he'll get the tower for it. The bear's still alive. In fact, no, he won't save it. He does end up losing the bear. Resummons immediately. But as we see there, they can play it like this Thunderbirds. Wait for the bear to come back off respawn, send it in, take an objective, get out. Very little they can do to stop it, SG.
Yep.
It's scary for them.
The nice thing is, though, that they have the Bloodthorn, so he's able to put the True Strike on it, so the Radiance effect doesn't really matter so much, so he's able to focus fire it, but they need more damage, clearly. And you see 4DR, or Adriano actually doubles back, and he goes for the Maelstrom build now. So he wants to be able to...
I really think that's really necessary when you're in this position.
It's not about him dying. Him dying isn't the problem in this game.
It really feels like he isn't going to die unless he gets caught in the black hole, as we said.
And then Lincolns won't save you anyway, right? So he needs the damage to push out the lanes and to just deal with those type of high ground sieges. So I do like that a lot more. And it looks like Thunderbirds knows exactly where SG Sports is.
They look prepared.
They've got really circles being drawn all over. They're in the exact position.
It's such a hard position for them to try and jump in and fight SG, you know, with Thunderbirds being tucked behind this tier 2.
They know he's up there. They're pinging him. They see the two... Yeah, look. Yeah. You see Moon circling the two side lanes. He's like, there's nobody farming mid, there's no one farming top. They're trying to go on this.
The Enigma and immediately take down Moon. Now looking for the reaction. Burrow Strike comes through from Misery, gets it onto Tavo. Now heading off to the west. And he's held in place by the Yule Scepter. Misery playing around with this Legion Commander. Tavo tries to man up, but at the same time on the sidelines. They've already lost the CM. Tavo with a quick blink of the TP. He's going to make it. Oh, he gets out.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, I can't believe he got out there just as we are turned up looking to finish him off. So, ends up being a 1-for-1. Yeah, I think they'll say they're happy with that. If SG can keep the game going, say to Thunderbirds, all right, you've taken full control of the map, but we'll still come behind your tier 2, lose our position 5, but take your position 3.
There's no. When did they kill the Aegis as well too? Now Weeha's getting initiated.
Actually getting caught out here by the Ancients. Forced to put the BKB now, looking for the turnaround, but King RD's got a Ghost Scepter with the refraction up. Weeha able to blink out. Saxa trying to escape under the cover of the Glimmer Cape, but they've got the vision. Jump forward with the duel. They'll get the bonus damage as they take down the Witch Doctor. They've surrounded Weeha as well as he melts up. If they've got the vision, they'll burst out. They don't need it. Straight in and out, they've got it. King RD turned up with the gem in time. They clean up the TA. Weeha is down for 80 seconds. Did not save for buyback. Went full in on that MKB purchase. We'll see if SG realize this and are able to get much done in this time. But, I mean, if that TA kill... he was getting a little ballsy there, Weeha, farming their Ancients. Mistakes like that, they're going to cost you a lot at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they should be able to at least claim tier 2. Put some damage onto the high ground tier. It's still hard because they have melee cores breaking high ground versus Enigma. Midnight Pulse is quite a strong spell versus all that. Same thing with Witch Doctor, so it'll still be a little bit difficult for them to try to go for it, but they have been playing extremely aggressive still on SG, no matter what. Like, even though they saw all 5 heroes down in that bottom behind that tier 2, they went in. They did not hesitate at all.
Yeah, still though with the lead that the Thunderbirds have, it looks like SG realized they can't really do much more than take a tier 2, even with the tier off the map. I think they themselves are probably saying we need to secure the next Roche. They have to have something that's going to give them that extra life, that extra chance, just in case one of their cores does get caught out by a black hole as such. As it's still... As long as Moon doesn't get jumped on, there's not really any excuse for him not being able to black hole securely down one of the cores.
Yeah.
Like, it's on paper with the BKB and a blink, this is a great game for Enigma. As long as you're not blown up at the start of the fight.
As long as they don't, if they see you right at the start and you get dueled up, that's the thing that can really hurt, because you can just get bursted so quickly, because SG's, they're keeping up very well with the farm. They have the heroes with items that need it. The Ember Spirit and the Lifestealer are still extremely farmed, actually sitting above Weeha.
Yeah,
so they still...
This Lifestealer play has been really nice.
Yeah.
I was going to kind of question a part of the game where, Thunderbirds were starting shoving it by top lane. They've got the duel hit. Tavo straight in with the lockdown, and Weeha, as soon as he's back, I didn't even know he'd respawn.
He just respawned.
He just respawned and he just died again. He's not down for 8, he's down for the full 160. Oh my goodness. Weeha is I think that's the point where, you know, he's got to cool off now. Because you've got to be feeling pretty tilted. If you're just down for 80, as soon as you're back, you're down again.
Yeah, they're getting these kills. I mean, it's definitely great being able to get back ahead in a way for SG, but it's still extremely difficult for them to just break high ground. They can try to force the issue, but it's still quite risky.
I'm easily getting bashed here by the bear. Not the greatest of starts there for HFN. He's in the black hole as well. They can't do anything to stop this from Moon, of course, so they'll lose the lifesteal. Misery comes in with the burrow strike onto Tavo, presses the attack, gets himself out of there. Adriano trying to play around on the back line. That's actually looking for the lone druid, and Tavo, he comes back in onto the lone druid and brings down Resolution. They do get stunned up again, the two of them, but King RD forced up to the high ground. He'll survive. Adriano, he goes back in. He picks up another. They found Misery as well here with the frostbite, the chains. This Ember Spirit, absolutely insane that he got off as much as he could in that fight. And Tavo as well, with the balls to jump back in and dual Resolution.
Look at his damage done.
Ridiculous.
5,300 damage in that one fight from Ember. He just kept ping-ponging back and forth, getting into the back lines.
That Ember. Oh my goodness.
They actually killed Rezo at like the perfect time because he had a cheese.
Oh, he had the cheese. Oh, he couldn't do it.
He didn't get it. Even though the duel did end, he got bursted down like really quickly right afterwards, so he wasn't able to get the cheese off. He got brought down, even though it blew up the lifestealer instantly.
Yeah, that was...
Adriano's damage is an absolute problem. He's going to have his Octarine finished up now for the next engagement, too.
Oh my goodness, the Earth Spirit's got an E-Blade.
He's got a full E-Blade.
He's got a full E-Blade.
All right. We got a game on.
I mean, those two deaths on Weehaw and then that fight up there on the top lane, I think, you know, Thunderbirds, they will have felt confident in that mid-game. You know, starting to turn things around, getting themselves back ahead, but those few slip-ups and that, you know, just getting outplayed there by SG, they got to be worried once more. And if the next Roshan, if that goes to SG Sports, they're definitely in the driver's seat. This is the point where you got to ask yourself, your Thunderbirds, how do we win the team fight? We saw there a fight that they tried to instigate with Moon going in, getting the black hole onto the lifestealer. Great, you kill him. But at this point, you know, Adriano, he steps back up. He's now in the lead in comparison to the farm of HFN.
The big thing is they need all five. Like Thunderbirds, this was a 4 versus 5 fight.
For sure.
So that was the big problem there.
For sure.
They had lost Weehaw at the start, and they still went for the initiation because Lifestealer uses his rage and walks up the cliffs, up the hill, so they see an opportunity to go on him. But yeah, they need their big hitter right now from the Templar Assassin because Lone Druid is still quite susceptible to that magic burst in the backlines. If he gets grabbed up.
Yeah, if they get a duel onto Resolution, it's pretty hard for Thunderbirds to keep the heroes off him.
Yeah, and now it's the 40-minute mark. So we've got double rune spawning action coming out. I saw an Arcane rune spawn bottom and a DD rune spawn top. They've got both, and now it's an Arcane and an Illusion rune spawned up. Now Thunderbirds playing more around Weehaw. They have to sit around Weehaw.
They're hitting a shrine, but they're losing to tier 3. They've got to back up here, Thunderbirds. As we'll see what kind of reaction they do throw through Saxa, the cast. It'll slow things down a little bit, but HFN just stands his ground. And we'll finish off the tier 3. In fact, he's heading for more. He goes to tickle away at the racks. A little bit careful, though, how close he gets. Adriano does jump forward, caught out by a burst trap, but he doesn't care. With this Octarine and the Flame Guard up, he gets himself back out. We will jump down to the bottom. Yes, some great cast bounces. King RD does get the ghost and forces himself up to the high ground. Jump forward from Moon. He's looking for an opportunity here for a black hole as such. Heads across. There's the black hole. And he's got two of them here. We're now looking for the setup as Weehaw gets the angle for the meld strikes. But the Infest is not enough to keep HFN alive. There we have that. We saw that. If he gets two of them in the black hole, the fight becomes infinitely harder for SG, and now they're getting shut down. Thunderbirds, they've got Weehaw jumping in, looking for Adriano. He's got no more remnants for 12 seconds. King RD actually ends up finishing off Saxa on the back lines, but it's the Ember Spirit in trouble. They're chasing him down. In fact, 5 seconds. Can he get out of it? Surely not. Surely he can't escape. Is the Octarine heal enough?
Oh my
it's
God,
not.
That was so close.
Just a second before he had a remnant back. If he got out of there, I would not have believed it, even if I saw it with my own eyes. But he doesn't. Thunderbirds are able to turn it. And yeah, it feels at this stage it's all down to Moon to hit the black holes there, and he did on that one.
Look at this damage, though. The Ember Spirit still.
It's ridiculous. It takes so long to kill him, and for the whole time he's just pummeling the damage back out of them.
He's actually like the only one doing damage in these team fights for his team. Like, and of course it was a black hole coming out of the two, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
But 8,700 damage. He's just able to do so much because of the little amount of lockdown that they have for him now. And now, but that is now Roshan spawning, and they are dead for about 20 more seconds on the lifestealer. This should be a free Rosh for Thunderbirds.
Bear should certainly be with this timings without the 2 cores. MKB now done on Resolution.
Yeah, he's got it on his hero. He's transferring it to his bear, I believe, in a
I'd
moment.
imagine he will do.
Puts the Vlads on his hero. And now his bear is decked out. It's ready to go. 285 damage on the Spirit Bear, but it still gets killed very quickly by all the amount of spell damage that comes out from Adriano's Ember.
They have got ways of bringing down that bear. But as we saw as well, I think if you're SG now, you really want to be saying, right, when the black hole's up, we are absolutely screwed. We need to fight that. In fact, look, it's jumping for Tama, just training with the jewel. He does lose his life immediately. We are gets the VKP out. Now looking to turn. Mystery comes in with a Burrow Strike and Epicenter. It brought down a second jump on the high ground. We are picks up the double kill. And an attempt to make some sort of fight happen there backfires massively into the face of SG Esports as they're forced to buy back on 2. They'll still lose the tier 3.
He just blinked in and dueled the refraction TA.
He did not care. Tarvo was not holding back. He was straight in, now. And yeah, they will lose the racks. I mean, maybe they would have lost the racks anyway without the lifestealer and them. Well, no, the lifestealer came back and died then. And actually, with the lifestealer down for 60 seconds, this is not great here for SG. We'll see what they can do with the 3 of them. Nice remnants here as they come forward, take down the Witch Doctor. Heal back up onto Rezo. Back up to full. Weehaw to be rooted.
They want to get Weehaw. He's got the level 25. He's got the +2 Searing Chain, so they've got the bonus locked up. But now he's going to Black Hole.
Yeah, Moon straight in with the Black Hole onto the Ember Spirit. The E-Blade trying to keep him alive, but the magical damage isn't enough. No, he's
force stab.
Now he's going to survive. Oh, the Melt Strike as Weehaw jumps in, takes him down straight in the face. He will buy back. Can they actually hold on here, SG Esports? They have 3 up, 10 seconds until the Lifestealer, but they're going to lose the second set of racks here. Adriano does dodge this one out. We'll get the duel here from Tavo onto Weehaw as they take down the TA. Now looking to chase down for more. They need to get as much as they can here on SG, and it looks like they may find resolution, but no, the bash is the bear. Just going ham on the CM, rips her to pieces. They'll pop the Aegis. They'll look to take down the bear as well. Misery, maybe considering if he can get resolution out of here as he hangs around on the high ground, but he can't. He's got to get himself out. He's got to leave Rezo for dead as he's surrounded by SG. They'll take him out. So they do get resolution and Weehaw at the end of the day, but they've lost 2 sets of racks. They've expended, what, 3 buybacks for that defense. It just all fell apart again in that mid lane after the botched initiation there from Tavo.
Yeah, they didn't have the Ember Spirit there for that big, that first engagement. And they were fighting into an Aegis and a Cheese, so it was definitely a bold place to kind of take the fight, but you could see what they wanted to do. They wanted to get them off guard and try to start the fight engagement happening right away, but Thunderbirds' 5-man unit is still very strong, especially if the Ember Spirit's not there. I mean, Adriano's been the one doing all of the damage for his team in this game.
Yeah, they've got to hope that he does some magic again. I mean, we've already seen Adriano certainly been able to pull it off, but he's got to do it tenfold here. And HFN, that's not your shrine. There's a black hole. He's not going to be fine here.
He's dead.
He is very dead, and he does have a buyback though. He's got a buyback. He's got a buyback available, but yeah, not. I kind of went up to that shrine and stood around and had a think and about life and contemplated his life choices, and it
and you really wanted to kill it.
I guess so.
I guess he just really wanted to kill that shrine.
Well, he's going to be down. We'll see if Thunderbirds can force him to buy back. They are without their lone druid for 20 seconds, but it's going to be, what, about 40 seconds difference between the 2 of them. And we know how quick resolution can push on this bear. But yeah, again, just a series of unfortunate deaths really from SG Sports has put them back in this pretty dire position now as Thunderbirds with their 3 cores leading the way this game. And I think we really are just seeing the potency of the Enigma this game. Yeah. A lot of the times, you know, cores have been in positions where, for sure, maybe that lifesteal otherwise would have been able to play his way all the way back to base, or, you know, Adriano wouldn't have been caught out, but it just takes Moon one window to walk in, get the black hole, and suddenly you're done for. If you get caught in that black hole, you're pretty much dead. Yeah,
I think that's what's really happening to SG is that they're, I don't like using this word so much, but I think they're like, what's our win condition in this game? They have to really just like force a fight, kill everybody, and then the hope that the Enigma like use black hole and kind of botch it in a way, and that's their window to go for these like pushes. But we mentioned that they have so many melee cores versus an Enigma, Witch Doctor, like even Lone Druid. Like these heroes are great versus melee cores, and it's showing.
Look at this. I love this as well. I hope he does this. Rezo, he's nearly got an Aghanim. I hope he just sits in the base and just sends the bear out.
Well, that's the build.
Is
though.
that?
Yeah,
That's the plan.
Well,
No,
you
he
get
can't die.
you get the Aghanim, so even if you
Yeah.
die, your bear is still alive.
Okay, it's that as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
I guess, yeah, it's the fact, yeah, you don't lose the bear on death, yeah. That's true. But at the same time, on the plus for SG, we've seen that they can kill the bear, so...
Yeah.
But I like it. Get the Ags out.
I mean, there's nothing else you can really get that. It's like you're not hitting with your hero anyway. Your bear is maxed out. Like there's nothing else to really get.
Get Moonshot.
That's true. Yeah, he doesn't have. I thought he actually eaten one already. Good point. He wants the Ags. He wants to be. He wants to sit in the back.
Yeah, sit in the back. Go ahead. Okay, just A-click the lanes with the bear. GG.
So all the items are now being delivered. Enigma, he's got a black hole ready. He's got double black
Ags
hole
as
ready.
well.
Double black hole,
Axe
Aghanims.
refresher. All those midnight pulses. Well, you get what? 4 midnight. Well, 3 at a time, I guess. 2 self-cast and 1 from the black holes.
Yeah.
That's enough damage to 100% to zero any hero. And we're seeing straight in there the damage done as they just lose the life stealer. He does not have buyback available. He did have it available a second ago. He actually went in on a purchase.
Moon missed his second black hole.
Oh, we'll see if they can try and punish this. They need to. They're down 2 cores without buyback on the side of SG Esports. Misery surviving here as he burrow strikes himself back out to safety. There's a buyback on the CM, but they're losing the racks. The cast and the silence bring down the amber spray. I think this may very well be GG here from SG Esports as they're caught out 1 by 1 on the bottom lane. They'll surround King RD as well. Savage Roar to send him back to base. The physical damage from Wii to send him back to the coffin. They'll lose 4. They're all dead. Comes out from Moon as Thunderbirds will take themselves game 1 here. And yeah, again, it feels like a lot of times we saw SG lose a core and then it went to pop. But other than that, there was some really nice play from SG Sports. Just didn't seem to be all together as kind of coordinated as well as Thunderbirds was.
Yeah, I think that